Hello, everyone. In this video, we will talk about something very important: the difference between feeling sad and being depressed. Many people go through tough times. Sometimes we feel down, unmotivated, or just emotionally tired. But how do we know if it's just a passing mood or something deeper? That's what we're going to explore in this video, in simple words and in a way that makes sense for everyone. Let's begin with something we all experience: sadness. Sadness is a normal emotion. It's a part of being human. You feel sad when something upsetting happens. Maybe you failed an exam. Maybe someone hurt you. Maybe you lost someone close. Or maybe you're just having a bad day. It's totally okay to feel that way. Sadness often has a reason. It can be triggered by something specific, and usually it fades with time. You might cry, you might feel quiet for a while, but after some rest or support, you start to feel better again. Life begins to move on. But sometimes the feeling doesn't go away. Days pass, then weeks, and you still feel heavy. You start to lose interest in things you once enjoyed. Even basic tasks like waking up, taking a shower, or eating feel hard. That's when it might be more than sadness. That could be depression. Depression is more than just feeling sad. It's not just about crying or being emotional. In fact, many people with depression don't cry at all. Some feel completely numb, like there's nothing inside. No motivation, no excitement, just emptiness. It can come without any clear reason. You might look around and think, I should be happy, but inside, you don't feel anything at all. One of the most important things to understand is that depression affects your whole life. Your thoughts, your body, your relationships, your sleep, your energy. You might feel exhausted all the time, even after sleeping. Or maybe you can't sleep at all. You may start eating more than usual or lose your appetite completely. Some people isolate themselves. They stop replying to texts. They avoid their friends, not because they don't care, but because they feel like they don't have the energy to connect. Another sign is when you stop enjoying things you once loved. Maybe you used to love music, playing games, drawing, or watching movies. But now, nothing feels interesting. It all feels pointless. That loss of pleasure is one of the most common symptoms of depression. Also, depression can fill your mind with negative thoughts. You might feel hopeless, like nothing will ever get better. You might feel worthless, like you're a burden to the people around you. Even if no one has said it, you start believing it. That's the tricky part about depression. It makes you believe things that aren't true. It tells you that you're not good enough, that no one cares, that things will never change. But these are lies created by your mental state, not by reality. Sadness, in most cases, doesn't do that. Sadness is painful, but it still allows hope. You cry, you rest, and then you feel a little better. But depression, it steals hope. It makes the future feel empty. It's not just a feeling. It's a condition that needs care and attention. Let's talk about how long these feelings last. If you've been feeling down for a few days after something upsetting, that's likely just sadness. But if it's been 2 weeks or more, and you feel low almost every day with no clear reason, that might be depression. Especially if those feelings are affecting your ability to live your normal life. That means your school, your job, your family, your friendships, if all of those are starting to suffer, it's time to take it seriously. Some people hide their depression very well. They smile, they go to work, they talk to people, but inside they feel broken. This is called high-functioning depression. From the outside, everything seems fine. But when they're alone, the weight becomes unbearable. Just because someone looks okay doesn't mean they are. That's why we should always be kind, because we never know what someone is going through behind the scenes. It's also important to mention that depression doesn't need a reason. You don't have to go through a big loss or trauma to feel depressed. Sometimes it just happens. It's a chemical imbalance in the brain, and anyone can experience it. Whether you're rich or poor, young or old, male or female, depression doesn't discriminate. That's why telling someone to just be grateful or snap out of it is not helpful. No one chooses to be depressed, and no one can just turn it off like a switch. Now, what do you do if you feel like this? The first step is to talk to someone. It could be a friend, a parent, a teacher, or a therapist. Saying the words, "I don't feel okay," can be very powerful. You don't have to explain everything perfectly. Just let someone know you're struggling. If you can, speak to a mental health professional. A therapist or counselor can help you understand what you're going through and guide you toward feeling better. Sometimes they might suggest medication, and that's okay. Taking medicine for your mental health is just like taking medicine for your physical health. There's no shame in that. Your brain is an organ, and sometimes it needs support. There are also small steps you can take on your own, though these are not replacements for professional help. Try to get enough sleep. Eat nutritious food. Go for short walks, even when you don't feel like it. Talk to someone every day, even if it's just a quick hello. Stay away from negative media, and spend less time scrolling if it makes you feel worse. Most importantly, be gentle with yourself. Don't beat yourself up for feeling low. You're not weak. You're not lazy. You're going through something difficult. Also remember, healing takes time. You won't feel better overnight, and that's okay. Progress is slow, and sometimes it feels like you're moving backward. But even slow progress is still progress. Celebrate the small victories. Taking a shower, cleaning your room, going outside, talking to a friend. These are all steps forward, even if they seem small. If you're watching this and thinking, this sounds like me, then take this as a reminder. You are not alone. Millions of people go through this. It's more common than you think, and it's treatable. You won't always feel this way. You can feel better again. Life can feel beautiful again. You just need to take that first step and reach out. And if you're not the one going through this, but you know someone who might be, please check on them. Don't just ask once. Check in regularly. Offer to listen without judging. Let them know you care. Sometimes, just knowing someone is there makes a huge difference. We also need to change how we talk about mental health. We need to stop treating it like a weakness. We don't judge people for having asthma, diabetes, or a broken bone. Mental health is just as real as physical health. Depression isn't a choice, and healing takes time, care, and patience, just like with any other illness. So, to sum it all up, sadness is something we all go through. It usually has a cause and fades over time. Depression is something deeper. It affects your mind, your body, and your life. It lasts longer, and it doesn't always have a clear reason. But both sadness and depression deserve care and attention. You don't have to go through either one alone. If you've been feeling low for a long time, please consider reaching out. Talk to someone. Get help. You deserve support. You deserve peace. You deserve to feel like yourself again. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, consider sharing it with someone who might need it too. Let's keep spreading awareness, and let's remind each other that no one has to face this alone. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck.